Hello and welcome to a new video on Skolera. Today's video will continue with the admin interface, and today we're going to discuss the connect section. Of course, from connect section, it's things that related to communications and connecting with the different stakeholders. First part of there is messages, where this takes us back to a list of our existing messages. You can always filter the messages in different ways. You can filter by received or sent, messages that I've sent or messages that I've received. You can filter by sender rule, who sent the message, by a sender name, if you want to look for a message by name, the recipients, who is the message directed to, it could be a message directed to different people, a date range, or my own messages, which is messages directly sent to me as a person. Once you have these messages written up here, you can take a look at any of the message and you can respond to the message simply by writing your reply and sending on send message. You can also start by creating a new message if you want to search for a particular user and then send the messages from there. We go back to this. Right up there. To compose a message, you just click on compose message. That will open the message section where you then choose who you want this message to go to. You can start writing parts of the name and it will automatically show you the selections until you narrow down on the person you want to send the message to. You can send the message to more than one person. If you accidentally added one person and you want to remove them, just click on the little X on the side. You can then write the subject to the message, write the message body. You can even attach files with it. And of course, within the regex editor, you can attach images, videos, or even links to other websites. Once you've got this done and you've written your message, you can just click on send message. You need to write the subject. So we write the subject right there and send message. Now the message will be sent to the particular user that we selected, or if we selected more than one user, then they'll be selected to the different users. In this case, if I filter now, if I go back here and filter by sent messages, it will include all of these messages that I sent right up there, including the one we just sent right now. Okay, right there. This was it. Right, the message that we sent with Minna, so on, didn't write much inside it, but then she can reply or I can even reply. Notice that the messages are actually in the form of a thread, so you can follow a conversation through. Even if there are multiple people involved through it, you can then follow the entire conversation through. So that's for messages. Next, we move on to the calendar. And this shows the school calendar, which includes academic, vacations, and normal events. Now, you can create these events simply by clicking on Create Event, where you just enter the event name, title for the event. Okay. You can also select the date for the event. Okay, let's do this on the 13th. Start date and the end date for the event. Okay, and the timing, of course, you can change this time to AM or PM if you want to. Whether it's a normal event, an academic event, or a vacation. Let's say this is going to be a vacation. Don't even know what the 13th is going to be, but anyway. You can write a description for the event if you like, and then decide who should be involved in this event. The different rules, you can select one or more of these rules, and you can select whether it belongs to a particular section, or, as we said before, you can go down to a particular class. So you can choose the class and who in the class will see it, or you can just send it to the entire school if you want to by selecting on all the sections. Now, only users that are targeted here will receive this event or will know about this event. And you click save and the event will be added to your calendar. Okay, if we go now to the 13th, here it is. This is the event we just added. You can, of course, at any time click on the event to see its details or make any edits or changes or even delete the event if you want to. Users who were targeted will be notified of the creation of the event and of any updates that you make on this event. Next, we also have your e-library. Now, the e-library is a small storage space for you as a user. This is where you can upload your own files, download them, do some more work on them, and then re-upload them again if you want to. Now, you can filter these files by looking at particular data, like a file name, or by a date on which it was uploaded. Or you can upload new files by simply selecting up to 5 files each time. Each file is 50 megabytes. Now remember, this is a personal storage place. No one else gets to see these files. In the case of the admins, some of the downloaded files, so lists of, for example, if you want to export a list of students, export a list of parents, things like that, they will be exported as Excel and will be automatically placed for you in your e-library so that you can reference them, you can go back to them at any time. It tells you the file name, the size, and the date on which the file was uploaded onto the system. Next, we go to the photo gallery. This is something that we've done specially for our young learners, where you can create photo albums and assign these albums to particular courses. Then the teachers of these courses, or even of classes, can upload the pictures and images of the students performing different activities, which will then be visible to the students and to the parents as well. So to do this, you just need to create the album, click on Create Album, write a name for the album. Let's call this a general activity album. Okay, I'm going to call this album General Activity. Do I want to allow users to download pictures or not? You can allow the download, the default is not. You can add an album image if you like, an image for the album itself. Then you can decide who will be involved or who will be able to see these. You can mark it for the whole school if it's something that's done for general, or you can narrow down to a particular grade, or as we said, even to a particular class that will only be able to access this album. Once it's done, the albums, however, are already accessed by everybody related to the class. So you don't choose a role in this case. Once you click on Save, the album is created. You'll find the album is right there. Teachers can then upload images. You also, as an admin, you can upload the images yourselves by uploading files. And because we know that quite often there is a large number of images and pictures taken of student activities, and we want to share all of these with our parents and with the students themselves. So unlike other features where you're only limited to 5 files, here it's up to 50 files. So you can upload 50 files at a time, 50 pictures or images at a time. The only restriction is that each file should be around 50 megabytes or less. Okay? But other than that, you can upload these files. One of the interesting features that's also found in here, although it might need a little bit of time from our teachers to do it, but if done, it's actually something that's very useful. Let's check if there are pictures actually here. Yep. You can actually go to any of these pictures and you can add a tag to the picture. So you can tag it. Tag it by name of the student, for example. This is related to Ahmed. He's the one who is in here, and you can add this tag. Maybe it's a picture of more than one person. It's Ahmed and Khalid. They're both in this picture, and you can add their tags. Now, what happens here, once you save these and it's tagged, okay, a parent or a student can search by tag. So when he does the filter here, he can search by tag, just write the name Ahmed or Khalid or his own name, or even a name of an event, and it will list only the images and pictures related or that are tagged with these particular tags. It is time consuming, but it could be very useful and it could be very really special for students, younger students and parents and so on to use this feature if we can manage to do the timing right. Last thing we have here is clinic notes. God forbid, students, especially younger students, do get upset tummies and fevers and all sorts of things, especially during the winter period. So here we have a way for our school doctor to write medical notes when required, when needed. Simply go to Add Note, select the section, of course, because here you have access to all of the students. So you select the section or start writing a name of a student in particular. Okay? And then you can write the medical note right here. You can add even an upload file. So if there is like a reference or an image of something or something like that, you can upload that file as part of the medical note. Of course, you need to write the note itself, whatever it is. You can decide whether to share the note with teachers, only teachers of course, the teacher and student, and with parents as well. You can add special tags in this note if you want to. Like for example, when tagging here, special things that the student has allergies to or something like that, you can add them as tags in there. Names of special medication that the students are taking, should be written in here as well, and so on. Once you've created this, you can then just submit. Now, because we've asked for this to be shared with teachers and parents, parents will receive this message and it will be found in their medical notes, but also teachers will be notified that this student is not feeling well, he needs special attention and care or so on. The other alternative is that parents themselves can write from their own interface the medical notes and send it to the school doctor. Okay, so you can here see that it was sent from a parent, okay, who sent this message to the school doctor right up there, and that's the name of the student related to him. You can filter, of course, by, as we said, by all of these features, or directly filter by the student name right there, and it will show you the name of the student and will list all the medical notes related to this student. Normally, medical notes together with behavior records, attendance records, and grades are usually also made accessible to the school social studying or social service person. Right? Sorry, I was looking to this. If we have a social service person in the school, then these features are also made accessible to the social service personnel, so that they can look at, study the medical records, study the attendance records, the grades, the behavior notes, because usually put together, they are usually an indication if the student has a problem or not. Thank you for joining us today. And just to recap, we've covered the Connect section, where we've looked at previous messages and calendar, the e-library, your own storage space, photo albums and the photo gallery, and finally the clinic notes. Thank you, and we hope to see you in future videos on Skolera.